Last time, I set out to find the most classic 22 mobile games. And the time before that, I also tried to find the most classic 22 mobile games. So many feel the same as they always have, and others are riddled with horrible ads and microtransactions that keep you from being able to enjoy your favorite nostalgic games. So after today, we will have 66 mobile games on our tier list, which is pretty insane to think about. What's more insane is how we are still finding games that are just as worthy as their predecessors. Our games for today are Po, Zombie Tsunami, Flow Free, Talking Tomcat, Minion Rush, Super Stickman Golf, Smashy Road, The Simpsons Tapped Out, Piano Tiles, Banana Kong, Dragon City, Happy Jump, Drive Ahead, Infinity Blade, Prize Claw, Best Fiends, Pixel Gun 3D, Swordigo, Deathworm, Tasty Planet, Bad Piggies, and Minecraft Pocket Edition. Honestly, I feel like this list is as hype as my first one. Get excited, people. Now, without further ado, let's find out which of these games were worthy of their spot in this trilogy, and which ones should have cut their losses and prepared their own eulogy. Look, I don't care if you call this game Pooh. Look at him, he certainly looks like a Pooh. But come on, deep down, you know it's pronounced Powoo. Now you guys better be happy, because I had to pay $2 whole for this game. And apparently, Android users get it for free? I've always said Android users were superior. Who even likes Apple, am I right? Who even likes Apple? Who even likes who? I never had this as a kid, but if you did, man, that was a great purchase. Want to play Flappy Bird? You can do that. Hill climb racing? Yep, got that too. They got Doodle Jump, Flow, Match 3, everything. Then you can make them fat, you can make them say whatever you want.
9/11 was an inside job.
And you can dress them up. I wasn't high enough level to get anything crazy, but I must say this Powoo is looking pretty cute and attractive right now.
I'm literally so cute and attractive right now.
Get your kid Po and they will never need another game. But sadly, I ain't no kid no more. This game has a lot to offer, but Tamagotchis aren't for me. B tier. Quite possibly the most requested game, other than Minecraft, was Zombie Tsunami. I'd generally not heard of it before, but that just makes me sad because this is incredible. Definitely one of the most entertaining endless runners I've ever played. You build up a horde of zombies trying to keep one alive at all times. The more you have, the more damage you can deal. The game gets way faster and the terrain gets harder and harder to traverse, but man, I am addicted. I always just love that the characters are so funny looking and has way more personality than any modern mobile game has. This is a game I'm keeping on my phone, which makes this a perfect S tier. Everybody's played Flow Free, right? And no, I ain't talking about Flow, I said Flow Free! If you want Flow, then get out! Which I have no issue saying, because of course, as I said, everybody played Flow Free. My dad freaking played it, and he doesn't even play games on his phone. It's super straightforward, easily addicting, and something to just pass the time if you ever need it. It's not something you need to put a lot of thought into, and that's why simple games like this are so popular. A simple game is never S for me personally, but who doesn't love Flow Free, right? Although, I literally can play this game in Po if I want to. Alright, you've convinced me. C tier. Look at this little freak. Stop staring at me! The fun of Talking Tom is just messing around with him and occasionally torturing him. So I'll shut up and let you watch me do just that.
Excuse me. Where the freak is Stinky Steve? Hey you! Yeah you! Learn Chinese! Pop Tropica freaking claps me and then turns around and goes for seconds.
Excuse me, what the actual fuck are you doing in my house?
I'm over here stroking my dick. I got lotion on my dick right now. I'm just stroking my shit. I'm going to find you, and when I find you, I'm going to do something very bad to you. You wouldn't want to see me when I'm angry, would you?
Honestly, that was the most fun I've had in years. Ultimately, it's just a worse Po, so C tier. Look, everybody had a Minion phase, alright? Some of us had such a Minion phase that we willingly downloaded Minion Rush, okay? Despite this being a Subway Surfers ripoff, there is some unique stuff here. For example, a mission-based structure that lets you play for 10 seconds and then kicks you out. That's always fun. The different maps are absolutely the highlight. Subway Surfers has so few regional obstacles, but this one is chock full of them. However, an energy system and an endless runner? Man, that's another level of scummy. In the end, I feel horrible saying this, but this is leagues more entertaining than Subway Surfers. I'm sorry, I really wish it wasn't, but it is. A tier. I really can't believe I haven't included any Noodle Cake games before now. They have one of the most impressive libraries of games, and their most classic has got to be Super Stickman Golf. I hope it's okay with everyone that I'm playing the third game. They all are virtually the same, and as far as I saw, the first one isn't available anymore anyways. Super Stickman Golf is undoubtedly the best mobile golf game out there. It is completely 2D based, but the worlds has so much fun variety to them that it never gets stale. And multiplayer in this game is an absolute blast. Back in high school, we would compete every morning in this game, and it got to the point where everyone was way too good at it and we just had to quit. I can't keep this thing away from S tier. It is a crime to have not talked about Smashy Road sooner. And now the cops are after me, you've got to help me! Living out the experience of having police cars in a never-ending chase with you is not only exciting, but really genius for a mobile game. You can try to find a spot to hide out, or you can go nuts and just hope you don't crash into anything and ruin your run. I can't think of another game that makes my heart beat quite as fast as this one. Maybe when Party Time Pauline shows up, maybe. The addition of this many cars to unlock is an obvious highlight as someone who loves Crossy Road. They also attempted to nab the art style of Crossy Road, but it really looks like a poor man's job. This game is nearly perfect, but missing enough to stay down in A tier. Look, I haven't really given any town builders a chance yet, and one of the most classic town builders The Simpsons tapped out is a game I play to this day. Yeah, I played it off and on for the last 10 years, but just recently got into it again. I'm actually so good at the game that I literally unlocked everything. Trust me, this is purely a skill-based game, and you all just lack the skills. So anyways, whether you're a diehard fan of The Simpsons, or have never watched an episode in your life, you can still love this game. I really think it's one of the most entertaining town-building games, and somehow The Simpsons art style is translated perfectly into that genre. The biggest gripe is the constant microtransactions that come with these types of games. Trust me, you can get a lot just by playing the game. There are characters locked behind paywalls, but there's so much other stuff to get, you're hardly going to notice. For me, I love the characters, and you can get anyone from Milhouse to Weird Al to Shiva to Chinos. Characters you may adore or have never seen before in your life. Anyways, I've gone on long enough. A 10-year-old game that still gets regular updates and has addicted me all the way through definitely deserves an S tier. I feel like piano tiles cannot be entertaining to watch, especially considering you can't hear the copyrighted music, so I'll make this quick. Any game with the most hip, hop, and poppin' songs around is gonna be a fun time. Keeping up with the beat, especially when it gets fast, is really satisfying. That awkward moment when you hit a brown note is pretty funny too. It ruins the whole moment. I tried playing this game while I was walking my car, but it's just too dang hard. You should have seen me. I was jumping from sidewalk tile to sidewalk tile, just like the game! Just like the game, dude! You gotta have headphones or be alone to play it. At least, if you're a decent, respectful person, you do. So this isn't something you can easily pick up and play. Still, it's a fun time, but compared to the rest of this list, I'd have to say C tier. God, why do I always have to tell these games my age? Fine, you caught me! I was born on 9/11. Jeez! Banana Kong is obviously based on some stupid ape, I guess. Beats me who he's based on. He makes the funniest face ever at the start. You guys gotta remind me to make that an emote. Anyways, it's a pretty bland platformer. That's why I've been pissed. I remember loving this one, but when you play, it's just really not that fun. The controls are also super frustrating to me. The majority of the times I died were simply because they don't work that well. There's a fun amount of stuff here, but we need some D tiers today, and I'm really sorry to say that this is one of them. I really dunked on Dragon Vale, and that certainly hurt a lot of feelings, but people also said I should try Dragon City because it's way better. You guys never learn, do you? Don't suggest a game or I will crap on it! Wait, what? Hold on, we need a side-by-side comparison of Dragon City and Dragon Vale. This is literally just a polished version of the same game. Why does anyone play Dragon Vale? I really feel bad. I know only kids play it, but this is a superior version to play, hands down. It's clearly still for kids, but with a much more polished look, I'm 100 times more likely to keep playing this one. There's plenty of fun dragons, a neat idea with these habitats, and of course a cool breeding section to teach kids the birds and the bees, which is really a necessity for these games at this point. I think this has a lot more to offer than Dragon Vale, so I'm putting it in B tier. I'm gonna be honest, I don't even remember seeing any requests for this one. My old Kindle Fire gave it a pretty good recommendation considering I had like the whole series on there. Happy Jump, Happy Poo Jump, Happy Fall. ice cream jump, happy pudding flap. Okay, that's enough. I think you get the point. Kids like me downloaded every version of these things just because you liked one of them. This is a way worse version of Doodle Jump, but when you die, you get to hear the kids cheer like they do at the end of Five Nights at Freddy's. Easily one of the worst games I've ever played for this series. D tier. You may not know this, but I made a pretty freaking sweet video on this game. It's got a whopping 65 views and plays in a nice crisp 420p. Let's check this thing out, shall we? Hold on, I was making bangers like this 6 years ago? Man, I really fell off. Drive Ahead is actually a really fun versus game, where you compete to crush each other's heads. They've added a health mechanic since I last played, which isn't as fun to me, but thankfully the one-hit kill is still in some game modes. I enjoyed it a lot, but definitely seems worse than it once was. The best example of this is being forced to look at White Castle onion rings the whole time I played. However, this is the perfect "you have games on your phone" game, because local multiplayer is a blast. I definitely recommend getting a friend to play it with you. I'm saying A tier. Sadly, the classic game Infinity Blade was taken off every app store. Well hey, I'll just download an APK on my Android and... Oh wait, I don't have an Android. Turns out I cried for nothing because I couldn't get any APKs to work either. We're gonna watch someone else play this thing, I guess. First impressions, this game looks like a shoe. Did not age well. But the gameplay seems really fun. Dodging attacks and then going nuts when you get the chance. It's a cool idea. There's some fun looking bosses too, but the knight or fantasy kind of genre has never been my thing. I can't deny it looks fun, but without a chance to play, I'm just gonna have to say B tier. Honestly, this game, Paplinko, Coin Dozer, all of these games meant to waste children's time absolutely worked on me. Countless hours of my life have been stolen by games like Prize Claw. So here I am to give them one more. So that's the whole game. I don't know why, but I'm weirdly infatuated with this game. Trying to collect everything is what I'm all about, so this stupid crap grabs me like a claw in a claw machine. It's bad, and I know it's bad. It's like a guilty pleasure or something. So I'll give it the D it deserves. Wait, no, what? No, I take that back, what? I always assumed from the ads that Best Fiends was not that great of a game, but after playing a good amount in this genre, I think I was dead wrong. Sure, there's only so much you can do with a game like this, but having a team of 5 little bug bros to level up is a fun mix with the puzzle levels. Plus you beat up some slugs along the way, so that's great too. I went ahead and unlocked a full team of fiends to showcase, and even made it to the snow world. I can't say I'm itching to play more, but they got a fun little game there. B tier. I was immediately put off by the graphics of Pixel Gun 3D. It kinda just looks like a worse Minecraft. My bad, it's actually just a worse Fortnite. Yeah, sorry. For a second I was a little impressed, but playing through the Call of Duty and Fortnite modes, I realized this game is for babies who can't aim a weapon. I would get shot like 30 times, and then I'd shoot them once and they'd die instantly. I get playing this if you miss Fortnite on your iPhone or something, but otherwise just play freaking Call of Duty, I don't know. The story mode is really the only entertaining part of this game, since you get to take down hordes of zombies and bosses rather than bad NPCs with no health. Plus there's a hard mode that actually gives you some difficulty for a change. Sorry to everyone who suggested this one, but it's definitely going in D tier. Swordigo is another one I'd never really seen before. I was pretty surprised by the graphics, it felt like very little effort was put into it. But as a nice little mobile RPG, I enjoyed it. I wasn't amazing at it, but it was fun traversing through each level. As for its title of classic mobile game, now that part I'm a little unsure of. I've seen a ton of RPGs, and in my opinion, this is one of the least special ones. I'd have to imagine people have a lot of nostalgia for this game, but otherwise I guess I'm just not sure what's so special about it. Let's give it a nice, solid B tier. A name like Deathworm is a guarantee that you're about to play an awesome game. It's very similar to Hungry Shark, but instead of trying to stay underground, you want to be killing things on land as much as possible. There's a ton of Deathworms to unlock as you go through the campaign, with a good amount of smaller modes too. In the end, I definitely prefer Hungry Shark Evolution over this game, but it's still pretty fun. I might play this now and again when I'm bored, so that's a good job in my eyes. A tier. Tasty Planet is the only one of the games out of the 66 I've played that I beat from start to finish just for the video. It is so easy to start off just eating little cells, then eating cats and dogs, policemen and horses, tanks, houses, the whole solar system. You know, a natural progression. I did just go for the free version, and you can destroy a lot more in the full one, but man, it is really fun to just eat your way to the top. This is stuff Agar.io was based on, and the whole premise of that is just be really, really big. It's awesome. Tasty Planet is great, but staying in A tier. Yep, no Piggy, just one of the greatest mobile games of all time here. Yeah, for the most part I tried to stick to one game per series, but it felt like an injustice to not include Bad Piggies. An Angry Birds game that focuses on the pig side sounds like nothing more than a cash grab, but playing the game shows just how much care was put into the idea. It encourages creativity and experimentation, and most importantly, it's just plain fun. Add a banging soundtrack in, and you've got yourself, as previously stated, one of the greatest mobile games of all time. S tier. Now we finish things with one of the greatest non-mobile games of all time. It felt weird to include Minecraft before now. Minecraft is so popular that everyone knows it, and everyone loves it. But Minecraft Pocket Edition? Is that not just the version for poor people who don't have a computer or console to play on? Well, yeah, kinda. But it is a mobile version of the game, meaning you can play this anywhere you want to. And of course this came out before the Switch existed. Now I've never personally been a big Minecraft guy. Most people love survival mode. I'm out here making pixel art in creative mode. But to have this massive game on your phone to play, instead of working or spending time with your children, or working on your next YouTube video, is a gift, and one that cannot be ignored. D tier. You know I'm joking. S tier, of course. Well, we've done it. These games that came out one after the other were instant classics, so much so that we still remember them today. Sometimes the developer drives it into the ground, and other times it's preserved in all of its precious glory for us to continue playing all these years later. Now and again, we revisit our happy jumps and our prize claws, and realize we were stupid, stupid children. But then we remember Zombie Tsunami and Bad Piggies, and remember sometimes, very rarely, but sometimes, we were not quite so stupid. No, we were definitely stupid. Never mind. Do you 100% agree with my list? Yeah, I knew you would. Wait, what? No, you don't? Well, jeez. If only there's a way to make this exact list yourself. Oh wait, yeah, you totally can. Join my Patreon with a link in the description, and you can make your very own classic mobile game tier list. Heck, print that baby out. It's generally a blast putting it together in person. Now, I know I said in the past I'd be willing to do more of these as long as people are interested. And while it is true, there has been a pretty obvious decline in interest of the series. Not to say that I haven't given this any less love. I've had a blast covering every game on here. But things come to an end, and this trilogy may never receive another part. That isn't to say mobile games will be gone from the channel forever. I still got tons of stuff to talk about. And who knows, maybe this video will do great, and I'll get right back into making part 4. I guess we'll see. I just want to make sure I end the series on a high note. I hope you all understand. Although, I did miss some pretty classic games like Color Switch and Badlands. Regardless, I'd still love to see your favorite nostalgic mobile games that I've yet to cover. It's still super fun sharing these memories with you. We're talking about all our favorite mobile games on my Discord, so come on over. And if you like mobile games, I've got a cool group I bet you never heard of. Thank you to my members Groth One Finger, Cobalt Chrome E, Patrick Bayerjan, Honomaki, Decanite 9000, Cool Cat Lord, Bright Streak, A Peaceful Friend, MD Switchy, Manitos, Fizzy, and Kirby Fan Real 1992. These all sound like great games. You guys should play them and become them as you become a member for the channel. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you soon. Goodbye. I can't think of another game that makes my heart queet. My heart queet. I can't think of another game that makes my heart queet. And multiplayer in this game is an absolute bat. Subway Surfers has so few regional objects.